Hello. Good evening, everybody. My name is Sierra Penrose, and I live at 335 McClellan Street here in Watertown. I'm standing here tonight as a concerned mother and member of this community. Recently, I discovered that my next-door neighbor is a registered sex offender. Not only is he a sex offender, he is a level 3 violent sex offender. Do you know the definition of a level 3 violent sex offender? It means that he is a high risk of repeat offenses and a threat to public safety exists. He is convicted of harming a 5-year-old girl, a 13-year-old girl, and a 4-year-old boy. I myself am the mother of a 4-year-old boy. Not only does this violent sex offender live feet away from my own child, but he now lives across the street from an in-home New York State licensed daycare facility. How is this man allowed to live within 20 feet of a daycare with children the ages of his victims, but he cannot live near a school? The most unsettling part is the owner of said daycare was not notified. I was the one who informed her that this man had been living across the street from her facility for over 6 months now. How is she supposed to protect other people's children when she is not provided with updated information about her new neighbor? When I purchased my home in May of 2023, I did a thorough search of the sex offender registry. I bought my home believing it to be a safe place to raise my children. Like any parent, I want to raise my children in a safe community, and protecting them against violence and harm is and will always be my top priority. Unfortunately, a violent sex offender was allowed to move next door to me after I purchased my home, and it was only later that I discovered it through an internet search. Registered sex offenders in New York State are not allowed to live in within 1,000 feet of a school. But what about our children who are not yet in school? One of these man's victims was 4-year-old. Again, my son is 4 years old, and simply because he is not yet in school, he's not protected? By all accounts, it appears not. A violent sex offender with a track record of abusing children is allowed to move freely within this city and live next to whomever he pleases, and it was not notified or anyone else, which has compromised both my children and my ability to protect them. For that reason, I am here today. After I discovered that this sex offender had moved in, I went door to door asking all the residents on my street if they knew about our new neighbor's violent history. Not a single one of them did. I want to prevent this from happening to other parents in this city, and I want to see the power in the hands of the parents and not the sex offenders. It is my hope that the City of Watertown will in future implement a concrete measure to inform our residents that violent sex offenders will be moving feet away from their children, and provide resources for us to better protect our children and stay informed. It is not my job or anyone else's in this city to police the sex offender registry, but it is the city's job to protect its residents. I am also seeking assistance through New York State to prioritize the reintroduction of Bill S-7297, presented by former Senator Kaplan in 2020. I've already spoken with the team of Representative Tenney, and they fully support this. I understand that this is mainly the state's responsibility, but the City of Watertown can also create their own regulations to inform residents and daycare facilities of their new criminal neighbors. I would not be here tonight if people had simply answered my emails.
Thank you.